You got to get it. Well, guess what? It's me again on the air with another Bluetooth Live video. Yesterday, what a freaking ice storm. It was pretty bad here. Whoa. It was pounding ice pallets and everything. It got a bus ticket soaked to a point where it turned into mush. Yeah, boy, and everything else. Wow, what a damn day this turned into. It was just pouring down rain. I never seen rain, so much rain in one on that. And as a matter of fact, they got inches of ice on the road, but maybe about almost about this much on the road. And then storm sewer got coated over with ice from the rain. And then on top of this, you have to even the hydro went out here and where it's saying this Airbnb, the hydro went out. Huh. The tree fall across the line. A tree loaded down ice so heavy that it crashed over, took the hydro line out and knocked the power out for a couple about 4 hours yesterday. While the London hydro crew worked on the hydro, got it back up again, but it was like, oh my God, wow, my God, this is bad yesterday. Today is much better, not raining, it cloudy, but not raining, it cold. But you know what? Well, it's like God saying to me, "Well, you got a nice place, but we can stay in it." Basically, I did go out, went to Walmart, did some shopping, did some grocery shopping finally. But you know what? Well, the bad thing is now, what happens? Well, I'm sitting here making debating. I'm planning to go out today, but I think I'm gonna go down to a big mall down in South London, White Oaks Mall here and do some crawling around, see what bargains I could find. But before I do that, I might visit my favorite store across the street, Forest City Surplus. Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal out there. It was so brutal. It's unbelievably brutal weather. But it was funny because it was adventure. I have an adventure, all right. Adventure I didn't want to do, but it was adventure one way. It was ice falling ice pellet, this and that, and being soaked to the bone. And so after that, I got home. As soon as I stepped inside, oh, the heat was just grateful. But this was never. That's the worstest ice. I seen ice storms before in London when I was young. But Hamilton, I've seen so many, not too many ice storms. But in here, down here, this was I hadn't seen an ice storm like that for at least 20, 30 years. Like when I remember one like that, an ice freezing rainstorm. Well, anyway, that was pretty bad. It was the worst rain I ever seen in my life. Oh, oh boy, that is bad for me. I never ever thought like I would be like. I never thought in myself that I would be. Never thought that in my life that I would be sitting here saying this. I never thought that. I never felt that, but it was bad. Well, it nature's way of saying, well, God gave me adventure, but I think God was testing me here. Yeah, big man, big man upstairs was testing me to find out what I had to fix my top a bit here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so my bra. I don't like people see that on me. I don't want people. Man, this stuff came down on me. Hey, Anyway, so I am very pleased to say that I have. I'm very pleased now to say one thing. No, that is, well, I got another few more days in London. Guess what I'll be doing when I'm coming back to London town? Well, I'll come back to Hamilton. I got a lot of things to do when I get back home. Besides being on holiday here, great, but my holiday I've been like, well, you know what I'm saying about holidays in London? Well, it's been exciting. This rain, ice storm, oh boy, interesting. It came up, and I knew when I looked at the weather front on Google's on the weather network, I knew it was going to be bad. There was a lot of ice storm, but I didn't think it was this bad. But it was bad. It was worse. It was one of the second worst ones I've seen. I remember in '76, there was an ice storm in years ago. And I remember being locked away in CPI, and I can hear it pounding off the windows of the old Crombie building there years ago. Oh my God, that's going back years. I remember pounding off the windows there 20 years ago. Way before you two, I remember never really seen it, but this was a bad one. I mean, I had never seen an ice storm like that in a long time. That's the last one I can remember like that, too. Well, anyway, so we are happily to say that I'm going to get out today and do something for once, not pounding through slush and muck and rain and everything else. At least it all froze solid now on the ground, so if any ice, there won't be water too much. There'll be more frozen material on the ground now. Anyway, thank goodness for that. Anyway, so I don't have to worry too much. But my boot I got soaked to the bone and everything. It's not funny, but you know what? It was an adventure. And you know something? I enjoyed it. Big time. Oh boy. Kind of adventure that, no, God, kind of adventure where God said, where I think that one cloud said to another, oh, Sarah, going on another trip. Let's make it rain hard, freezing rain. I remember that years ago, too. Like where you go camping. Every time we went camping, it rained every freaking time. I remember that. I think one cloud said, oh, Jackson, going on another camping trip. You know, well, that make it rain the whole time, which it did every freaking time. I couldn't believe that, but it did. Some reason weather. And this time it rained yesterday, like almost like one cloud said, now what, Sherry going on camping, let make it rain in London hard. Let's give her something to do, to worry about while I'm sitting here in this Airbnb with no hydro, getting shivering in here, like cold. And I'm trying to and the owner of the property owner came, and he came with this, a Honda generator, right within 20 minutes. He had the Honda generator he had, came with that, and I sat it up, and I got out, and what I did, electric start on, what I did do is I ran an extension cord. The owner gave me extension cord, ran that extension cord from the generator. I had to sit outside the building here, and I ran this extension cord into the big old actually electric heater here. And I was running this electric heater in here during a power outage. And then after that extension cord, I was able to run the TV over here. The TV here. I can go and bring a camera towards. I better run that off of the generator. Had that and all that off it too, but with the power cut into a power bar, of course. So it's pretty bad. It's the worst I ever seen. And this, talk about ice. I can show you on the window here. I can't see it, but can't really see it because of glare here. But I can just tell you. Anyway, so I'm wondering, know what I'm thinking? One thing. Well, it is, wow, what a day that turned into. Something I didn't think about, but a bad ice storm. And you know what? It was for I put Jesus in the center big time, and he came through. When I put Jesus in the center, put Christ Jesus in the center, Jesus will come through for you. And you put the devil, he will do something worse. Always put Jesus in the center of my life. I just put Jesus in the center there, and you know what? Well, like Peacemaker Community Church, it's a Jesus Center church, and we do it, and it's great. It's like, I think there's no other place I ever put Jesus in the center. I went to a church across the road from here, But I saw Our Lady's of Liberty Catholic, so it went there. I know what BIC in Hamilton, the BIC out other places, and that, but none here yet. Oh, hopefully there is soon, but I don't know. Well, maybe after ground, maybe BIC should conquer, not me to conquer that. But anyway, it's nothing. We need that. That what London needs. Jesus sent us through to Hamilton. Now I know I was thinking, but guess what? We got other things here, but other things to do. I got things I want to get done today. I didn't get done yesterday. Why didn't I get done yesterday? Because rain, wet, taking and waiting for buses in the pouring rain. That ain't funny. At least getting there, waited an hour and a half to get up to Argyle Mall. Yes, in the pouring rain for a bus. Got on it, got there. Went to Burger King, had to eat. And to get to Burger King, there was so much freezing rain coming down that the door, I couldn't get open the door, but it was like because it was just about cold at the door point where I was got it open, but got in the restaurant, able to get my food. But no, finally I did. But it was because the half month hung ice falls on the sidewalk when I did it too. Anyway, so oh man, that was bad. Finally get down into where mall was. I walk into Winners, power doors. At least it heat in there, but it no problem. You get that door open. Oh yeah, that door opened no problem there because of more heat. And the two doors there between not heated, so it was cold and the ice formed up. So I got that taken care of. And I went to Walmart. And walking over to Walmart, the Walmart cart sitting there with caked in ice like crazy. And I picked it up. I guess I'm gonna use that cart and do some shopping with that cart. So I picked it up, wheeled it in the store. I got it in there, and and I was saying to the security guard up front there at the store, I said, "Well, you know what I know? This here is something. I'm talking about what? Where? I said something. There is." And I tried thinking to myself, what? Well, okay, I'm talking again. And the guy said, "Oh, they do bring cake with ice." I said, "Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, they cake with ice, but it will melt off in here in no time." Well, yeah, that to it crashed off a big hunk of it, crashed off a cart, just in between where the cart shop, walking Walmart, did my shopping. The cart got dried out nice. And I put it away inside where it would stay there. So the next person able to use it. Thank goodness for that. But it was pretty caked with ice by the time it just like while I'm going through the store, piece of ice falling on the floor, and the guy was mopping it up with mops. Anyways, it actually did out. And when you got into a heated area to keep the cart, boom, ice came off, crashing off it. Anyway, so that's one thing. I never done that. Really interesting. Like ice was about that thick on the cart when it came in like that, just like a ice, and it was covered. And I managed to get it to move, and we got it moving. Got ice off the wheel. It moved, but you know what? By the time I got in the store, and all the ice came crashing off in a puddle of water on the floor. Anyway, so they had to mop it up. Anyway, so they were like, nah. Yeah, at least it made work for the janitor at Walmart anyway. At least he gained this generation gained some employment. Stuck in there, but anyway, this was interesting. By the time I got home, I was gonna go to Forest City Surplus across the street. And I don't want to do it. The weather bad. I just want to get home. I'm freezing. I'm wet. I'm soaking. I get home. I gotta dry out. And I got home, and that's what I did. I ended up sitting down, relax, dry myself out. Woke up this morning a little bit of sore throat. All that weather. My God, I have never seen weather like that before. I had not seen weather. I never seen any weather like that in a long time. Oh, London famous for freezing rain wintertime. You know what? It got some freezing rain. That's a big time. It didn't hit it hard in Hamilton, but it did down here big time. I know. I checked Hamilton News, and it had freezing rain, but it wasn't a big event in Hamilton here. Roads were colder than almost like this thick of ice, and that hum of ice that thick, but that thick with ice. Storm sewers were coated over that with ice. Water couldn't get down. The roads were filling with water. A big puddle formed where storms were, but they're all covered with ice, coated over with a thick layer of ice like this, and it couldn't, it would go. And then this morning I heard the city down with machines. I heard it didn't machine down early last night. I heard city up there with plows and stuff, and they turned around. They were hitting it. They were busting with a sledgehammer, busting ice up over storm sewer. They bust the ice and that water. And I heard that early this morning. They were hitting with all kind of things. I heard them hitting with they had a big heat torch, kind of big blow torch on the back of a truck and they were blow torching where a storm sewer was outside. They reached a big blow, melting ice on top of it. They melted down, finally let go, and it went. Water came out. Water poured down the sewer like crazy this morning. I saw that out window. And it went a couple up down Dundas, few on the side street, and they were just getting water away. Wow, it was amazing. Well, anyway, this was a very exciting blog. I never thought I would see ice like that. It's a creasing, like that, and ice storm ice, but not like that. Well, even enough that the power was lost yesterday too. So thank goodness that I couldn't do live streaming. I would have done it off a battery, but I will have no internet to do it because the power was out. So yeah. Anyway, so blog over.